It's your brother Bolo VNR. We here in the space again. Bolo VNR 2.0, Bolo VNR Clips, Bolo VNR, and Bolo TBV. Subscribe to all of my platforms. Hit the notification bell and click all. Get me to 1,000 subs over by Bolo TBV because we're not yet monetized over there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, in this one right here, Ian Hayles is speaking specifically about the water crisis in Negril. Let's hear what he has to say.
The candidate for Western Westmoreland, Ian Hayles, has presented a plan to the Negril Chamber of Commerce, which he says will alleviate the resort town's water woes. Details in this report.
Ian Hayles, who was invited to speak to the Negril Chamber of Commerce, displayed his handbook containing plans to fix the parish's water woes. Hayles, who is going up against the Jamaica Labour Party's Dr. Garfield James, told the chamber he would put systems in place to prevent price gouging by truck operators.
Almost every truck, don't care what size it is, I don't think it exceeds $5,000 a year to buy the water from the NWC. To buy the water. But when it gets to your door, your business place, it's anywhere between $45,000 and $70,000 in some cases.
His other plan is to tap into the Cabaretta and Roaring rivers in order to provide constant supply of water to Negril.
And bring it this side. So we're not going off on that side first, from the Hanover side. We're going to bring it through this side, run it on the corridor, anywhere between a 24 and a 36-inch main, so that we can have the supply over the next 25 to 30 years.
Mr. Hale says he's usually angered when the current minister with responsibility for water, Samuda, is invited to speak in Negril.
When someone comes and tell you about procurement, that you have to, it takes around a 2-year process or a 3-year in terms of getting everything. Any minister of government can sign something that is an emergency. Do you have an emergency here in Negril? What you do for the tourism sector? Yes, you do. The emergency you have is water. So it's a project that can be signed off on by the minister, and if that was done, you would have the pipeline. But something happened last year after they announced the project.
No, ladies and gentlemen, to Ian Hayles' point, there is an emergency, there is a crisis actually in Negril, and not just Negril, other places where there's water issue. What further compounds the crisis in Negril is that it is a tourist area, and this government claims that tourism is their cash cow. You would think that is their golden goose. You would think that with it being their golden goose, that areas that are tourist areas would not be out of water for so long. Listen, I know it's not right, I know it's unfair, but I'm just saying this is how they think. But even with that train of thought, we're still not seeing it happen. Negril is still having the issues it's having, and they're gonna tell you about procurement and procedure. Brethren, is an emergency. Sign off on the project and get it done. Alright? This government is dragging their ever-loving feet. You feel me? I'm making a lot of excuses for underperforming. And it's sad, man. It's sad.
Kirk Wright, TVJ News.
It's sad. I didn't even know that was the end of it. But yeah. That is really, really sad. From that particular situation. And of course, did I cover what he said? I don't know if I did. He spoke about on Andre Stevenson last night the situation with the water. PDTV. I don't know if I covered that already. And that's another issue again, where the NWC has decided that they're not going to be in dialogue or in contact with the KSMC, where the reports of the E. coli water is concerned. Man, listen. Yeah, all these dudes need to resign. I don't care what you talk about. All of them need to go. Let me know what y'all think about that. Oh, wait a minute. It's not finished. Wait a minute.
It's time for a break. Stay with
Hold on.
it of Jamaican dancehall High Ministry to block this reportation.
920 year from $2 between the U.S. and
Yeah. I messed up. My bad, y'all. I messed up. Yeah, tell me what to think about that in the comments. Somebody said, all this money, Holness administration thief. Every household should have water. Jamaica should never have a water problem. I believe so too. Even our future Prime Minister Pete G. Barbara, what's going on, Barbara? Even our future Prime Minister mentioned that last night. He mentioned about the water in St. James. He talked about it. Is it PMP? Is PMP something there? PNP team, right? Let's go to that. PNP team. Let's go to that. I didn't know that situation was so short a while ago. If I'm being very honest with you, I just didn't know. So that's why I'm gonna add this to it, because that was super short.
Man who wrote an impeachment bill. We say any politician.
I'm very proud to have this affected labor right comes out and puts their ex beside the head. Done. Or where water is being delivered and it is not.
Here we go.
And heard the tales of woe. And comrades, the next government of the People's National Party has to be a government of integrity.
Yes.
We have to be a government that puts moral values and attitudes at the center of how we govern the country. As I passed through and heard the tales of woe of many of the people in South St. James, of the political victimization that is practiced here, where roads which are being built are fixed and PNP households don't get their section done, or where water is being delivered and it is not being delivered to PNP households. That is a disgusting way to approach governance.
Why so?
No, Jamaica should not run like that.
No.
We elect a MP and that MP is the MP for everybody.
That is it.
Nikisha will be the MP for everybody.
Tell them,
and so we will build a different standard, a more decent and higher standard to how we govern the country. And we know that Jamaica has been terribly set back by the practice of corruption under this government. The cronyism and nepotism which has been practiced. So many scandals, so many senior ministers of government who have had to be pushed out of the cabinet because they have shown themselves unworthy to have the responsibility of looking about the people's business. The Prime Minister himself is not in good standing with the anti-corruption agency of the country, the Integrity Commission. His declarations for several years have not been certified as required by law. It is putting the government and the country into disrepute. He has even gone so far as to try to get the Integrity Commission itself removed, undermined by judicial process, taking the matter to court. He's even trying to say that the offense for which he is being investigated, which is called illicit enrichment, where your assets exceed your disclosed income and you have failed to explain how you lawfully came upon those assets, he's trying to get that offense struck from the law books. It is not a good look. It is not good for Jamaica. And most countries that would allow him, he would no longer be eligible to run for office again in the country.
True.
The Labourites have no shame. They only want power. Anyway, they're not going to keep it because the people of Jamaica have had enough, and them say time come and they want a change, and we represent a force of championing change in this country. Comrades and friends, I have heard the cry in South St. James for water in communities.
Hear this?
And it really, it hurts me when I hear it, because as I drove through the constituency, there is so much water in South St. James, especially up in the hills, Catadupa area. There's ample water. We don't have a water problem. We have a distribution of water problem. And I know that
is it. Mark Golding understands. We don't have a water problem, we have a distribution of water problem. The man them wicked.
In South St. James, especially up in the hills, Katadupa area, there's ample water. We don't have a water problem, we have a distribution of water problem.
Yes.
And I know that when Nikisha becomes your member of parliament, she's going to advocate relentlessly to solve the water woes of the people of South St. James. I know that to be so. I have heard women here saying that they have to be spending 9,000 a fortnight and more just to pay for water so that they can tidy their children and themselves and do what you have to do with water. And the salaries that are paid in Jamaica to the ordinary Jamaican person, that makes life very, very hard. Very hard indeed.
Yeah.
We've seen the roads. Several of the roads I had to drive on today were in a deplorable state. And it is because there has been no comprehensive, well-organized and planned maintenance program for Jamaica's road network under the Jamaica Labour Party government. So for 9 years, they did nothing to deal with the road situation other than the big projects where lots of money could be made by those who shouldn't make. But the roads that the people drive on every day were left to get into a worse and worse condition. And now that election is upon them, they're trying to spark, them trying to reach, but them not spark and they will not reach because the People's National Party is coming hard and fast.
Yo, me say this well serious. Well serious. You understand? One Marky G. You understand? It's a distribution problem. Who is this person? This no serious. Me no believe him. Dead with laugh. How would that person you talk about? You don't know what you're saying, so I'm not going to react to it yet. I'm going to wait till you're very, very clear upon your position. I see one more foolishness. I will deem as foolishness. Yeah, we don't really have no toleration. The issues them for Jamaican people are very, very serious. And Mark Golden is definitely, and the People's National Party is definitely standing up for the people of Jamaica. And they are the right choice, in my opinion, moving forward. Because there's no other political party that is running outside of the People's National Party. The one them that are in right now, they're running out of time. You understand? Joan, big up. Me not block her. Me not block her, you know. Me just mark down her name. Anytime I see one next idiot comment or something look like crazy, shall make fun of something that in context that is not funny. Well, and anytime Mark go in and talk, me see she make a comment where it look like say oh array, we just cut it off. Simple as that. You understand? Because me not really tolerate certain foolishness. This government is doing the most in destroying our country and destroying our youth. You understand? So me not really tolerate it. Not tolerating it at all. Let me know what you guys think about that, ladies and gentlemen. It is clear the Jamaica Labour Party, in my opinion, based off their actions, are purposefully enabling this water crisis. There is stuff that they can do right off the rip to get things done, executive orders and all, and they have chosen to put their money elsewhere instead of prioritizing making people get water and then pipes all over Jamaica. So, with that said, let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. Big up Mr. Ian Hayles and big up Marky and big up the PMP.